Hey y'all, it's Sin and I'm back to do another review, and this is for 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, Season 4, Episode 14, Hard to Break Habit. Alright y'all, so this episode actually was boring. Yay, TLC. So we're going to start off with Jeffrey, I said it right, and Varya. So this is coming from last episode. Varya shows up at Jeffrey's door because she's surprising him from Russia. I think TLC bought that ticket. And she gets there, he gives her a kiss, whatever. So, she's standing at the door. And Mary comes from the back. And then Varya's like, what is going on? Mary like, what is going on? They both mad confused. Because they both standing there with freaking weird Jeffrey in the middle. And honestly, I think that Varya handled the situation terribly. She yelling at Mary, what are you doing here? Yelling at her face, getting crazy. And Jeffrey has to keep saying like, oh, it's not Mary's fault, but he's not even really defending her, Jeffrey trash. But Varya's getting on my nerves because she's getting so mad at Mary. Like, it's not Mary's fault that she's with Jeffrey. It's Jeffrey's fault. He decided to stop talking to you once you didn't want to be married to him. He decided to go back home, ignore your calls, ignore your texts, and then get with his friend Mary. Like, bye. Yell at Jeffrey. Don't be yelling at Mary. That's freaking ridiculous, right? So that got on my nerves. I'm just like, don't yell at Mary. Like, she don't even know you. Like, what? It doesn't make no sense. And then Mary is like, oh, I just feel so foolish. Oh my God, I just feel so foolish. Well, look, Mary, you should feel foolish, though. You really should, because who gets with a man after you're his second choice? You just know this don't go well. So I feel like I honestly did feel bad for her, but like, girl, you should have never started nothing up with him. He was fresh of a relationship, wanted to marry somebody, and now he wants to be with you. That is red flag city. Don't make no sense. So I feel bad for her, but she put herself in a situation. So they're out the door, and Mary basically just like grabs all her stuff and she out of there. And that's why I really felt bad, because she's just like, I didn't understand the situation. It's just terrible. She was out, and then Jeffrey and Varya kind of talk. And honestly, this was going differently than I thought it would, because I thought that Jeffrey was just going to be like, yep, want to be with Varya and just let it all go. But like, he seems to be respecting to an extent his relationship with Mary more than I thought. I thought he was just going to be like, yep, Varya, love you, let's get back into this. But he's really like, oh, I don't know what you expect me to do. I kind of was moving on. Varya wants to kiss him and he doesn't. So I will say that surprised me that this is going this way. That was not what I thought was going to happen at all. I thought they were just going to make up and it was going to be done. And Varya's just like, yeah, I realize I still love you. I want to come here. I mean, listen, I think she liked Jeffrey. I really do. I almost called him George. I think she liked Jeffrey. I honestly do. But I feel like she really thought about it. She was in Russia and she sat on it. And she was like, dang, I haven't been fixing this house up. I had these plans to go to America. I mean, Jeffrey had a little criminal past, but he did propose to me. And I'm messing up my plans to get to America. Like, what am I doing, girl? You better get on that plane to get your man back. I feel like she had that pep talk with herself. It was like, is he really that bad? Also, I can get to America. Like the two. She wants to be able to do these two things. So this is why I think she's definitely in America. But they showing out. I just feel like Varya is showing out, like acting like that about Mary. Really, they're showing out the most, and like, it's just a whole foolish Jerry Springer mess. Like, it really is. It don't make no sense. The way Jeffrey's showing out, because we see later on in the episode, he brings Varya with him to a friend date with his friends, whatever. What do they call those? To hang out with his friends, whatever. It's not a friend date. I'm making up stuff. And he brings her, but he brings Varya, and really, Mary was supposed to come that night, and those are Mary's friends too. How awkward is this to bring someone they didn't even know was coming? You didn't bring their friend you're supposed to be dating as well. You just bring a new person in. That's just disrespectful to do. I feel like that was kind of crazy to just do that and expect everything to be normal. So of course it's awkward, and they gotta explain why they broke up, and it's just weird. And you could tell that some of the friends are just like rooting for Mary, and they feel really bad for their friend who's been dropped, for this person who just came from Russia out of nowhere. So it's a real awkward situation, and I feel like he shouldn't have put Varya in that situation, and he probably should have put himself in that situation, because it's just a hot mess. But they're there anyway, and Varya like, listen, I don't want him having no pretty girls as his friend. If you somebody your soulmate and you with them, it's supposed to be just y'all. So basically she's saying they get back together, she don't want him being friends with Mary, or any other women. Look crazy. But this probably will ruin him and Mary's relationship. Kind of. I don't know. Mary has a very forgiving personality. Like, she's been strung along for years and trying to pine after this guy and finally gets him, kind of. So I feel like actually she will forgive him even if he picks Varya. So it's just a mess. This is not even like Jeffrey and Varya. It's a Jeffrey, Varya, and Mary section. Because apparently we got a freaking... What do they freaking call them, 3 people? Love triangle. Got a love triangle going on. And then when it's about to end, Mary shows up. And Varya's looking like, why would she come here? Well, these are her friends too. And she's trying to save face. She don't want to be going out here looking like some little corny girl who went after him and now she home crying. No, she got to come out to the bar and be like, F you, Jeffrey. I can come out here if I want to. Flip hair. I just like that's what she's doing. You know, she's trying to show like, I'm so strong. Y'all ain't get to me. So I just think it's a little crazy that Varya, like, why she there? She can be there if she want. Like, those are her friends. You can't tell her not to be there. They don't even know you. But you know, we'll see what's going on with them because this is really a hot mess. It really is. So we'll see if Jeffrey will pick Varya. It honestly, to me, even though he's doing this like back and forth, I think he is gonna pick Varya and Mary is going to be crushed. So even though he's doing a little pushback right now, I think he's gonna pick Varya. I really do. So we'll just have to wait for that, right? Then we on to David and Lana. They just awkward. AF. They so awkward. It's just like a mess. So they sitting down and, you know, David is in Russia and Lana is real. Yay. Or maybe not because she's scared of him for sure. So they're on this little date, just like sitting down drinking coffee, whatever. And it's just mad awkward. They got to keep using a translator back and forth. They're just sitting there like quietly. Lana don't like she really want to be there to me. And then David got the nerve to talk to the cameras and say, oh, this is just so great. It's so natural. Using this translator is just like having a regular conversation with people and it's going great. Like, is he in the same conversation that we see him being filmed? How is it going great? This conversation look awkward, look crazy. Like, I don't know. That's how you know David's so delusional. Something as simple as this conversation, he can't even process the way it's going. It's not going well. It's very awkward and strange. But in his head, it's going great. And everything's fine, you know? The man crazy. But basically in this conversation, he does tell Lana that he hired a private investigator and she was done with him after that. Well, not really done, but she wasn't feeling it. She was not happy about him saying that he hired a private investigator. She was kind of cold to him after that. She don't talk. I mean, the girl already cold to him, so she was like an iceberg after that. Because she just don't seem like she want to really be around him. Actually, before he does tell her that he had a private investigator, he gives her gifts. He gives her chocolates. And she's like, oh, this is so nice, talking to the camera. She's like, I like when David gives me gifts and gives me money. So, you know, producers are like, all right, how much money he's giving you? And she's just going to sit there. You know, Lana don't like answering questions. She don't even answer it. This lady is like, I just feel like she's not even hiding her scammy ways. Isn't there a better way to not look scammy? Just say it. She don't want to say it because she know this man is sent her a lot of money. Like, he probably sent her money and also the money she gets from talking to him on the site. But she don't want to reveal no information. This lady should be sitting there being tight-lipped and I don't want to say nothing. Like, I don't even get it. Okay, so then their date ends and they go on another date and they're gonna go bowling and they taking pictures and whatever. And David's just like, oh, I want Lana to be more affectionate, so I'm gonna do a bet. If I can get a strike while we're bowling, then you're gonna give me a kiss. And Lana looking like, oh God, I do not want to kiss this man. But she agrees to it anyway. And David like, I've been a professional bowler 40 years ago, y'all. That man was doing terrible. He probably was a professional bowler 4 years ago, but he has not been practicing. That bowling was a mess. I'm not a good bowler. I ain't been bowling in a long time, but I feel like I could do better than him. So he was a mess, but he ends up getting a strike, and he's like, okay, he want to kiss Lana. When he got that strike, Lana's face was like, she looked terrified. This lady do not want to kiss David. She does not want his little lips on her. She just don't want to deal with it. But she's just like, I guess. And he like, come here. Not creepy at all, right? So she does give him a peck. If you can even consider it that, like, it was the most tight-lipped, slightest brush of lips on lips that I have ever seen in my life. So if you want to consider that a kiss on the lips, I guess we'll consider it, and that is what happens. But she did not want to kiss him. So David seems to be wanting to move faster than Lana wants to. Lana ain't with it, He even asked her, oh, you want to come back to my hotel? She's like, no, too soon. And they were like, look, we've been together 7 years. What the F? And Lana like, okay, we could have been together 7 years, but I know you 2 days. Back up. We're not doing all this. Besides that, the producers do ask Lana, like, why didn't she give David the real address? And that's how he ended up at the wrong address a few episodes back. And she's like, listen, I didn't even know this man. Why would I give him my address? Like, I don't know him. I know him from the internet, even if I talked to him for a long time. And she right. I had said that. I'm like, think about if she really did give her address. Like, I do think she's a scammer. Yes, I certainly do. But if she had given him his real address and he just showed up, it don't even matter if you got somebody's address. You ain't never met them before. You have no right to be showing up at their door. That's crazy. So, for her safety, it is good that she didn't give him an address. He could be a great person to show up and try to murder her or something. Like, I don't think that's crazy that she didn't give her address. Why? I don't know this man. You know? But that's really my point with them. David really does want to propose to Lana, and she's not really giving an indication that she want to be proposed to. He keeps talking about how he got a document for the K1 visa, but she don't really look like she care that much. So I don't even know what's about to go on with them. Like, I know she want this money from David still, but I don't even know if she really even wants to go to America. I feel like she just wants that inflow of money to keep coming so she can do whatever she want in Russia. That's what it seems like to me. So I don't know. We'll see. We will see. They put a lot of people in this episode, but a lot of them didn't even have a big part. So then they did Erica and Stephanie, or I should say Stephanie and no Erica, because it's just Stephanie getting on the plane and going to the airport to go back home. And she really got her nerve to be like, I wish Erica would have come and said goodbye. And like, what? Girl, you broke up with her. Why would she come say goodbye to you? She crushed. Like, this don't even make no sense. Like, I just feel like Stephanie is so self-centered. She don't even make no sense. Why would she come say goodbye to you? You broke up with her. You had a terrible job. She said she wanted to forget you. She wanted to forget that you ever existed or even was in her life. So why would she come to the airport? Like, girl, don't ask dumb questions. That's why. She don't want to know you no more. She want to act like you didn't exist. So that's why she's not there. Like, stop. Just stop. But she gets home, and she's like, her mother's kind of asking things about the trip, and Stephanie don't really want to tell, because, you know, she has to come out to her mother. So that's really what happened. It's just kind of strange in the car, because her mother can tell more happened than she'll say, but Stephanie's not saying much, because she's still not comfortable saying that was her girlfriend. So that is really it with Stephanie, and no Erica, because there was no Erica, and that's all. But Stephanie's delusional. She getting on my nerves. Y'all, this is Lisa and Usman. Okay, this, I don't know why, I just found that whole section hilarious. Like, of course, Lisa running off yet again. Lisa runs off every episode. It's like a running joke. Like, is that all she does is run off? Yes. Something happens and she just be like, I'm out. Like, every time. I'm tired of seeing her run off the screen. But we see Lisa and Usman. They're at a hotel. It's the day before they're supposed to be getting married, and Lisa is yelling at Usman. She's like, you're supposed to propose to me, and you know that you said you proposed to me before we get married. And she's upset, and she runs out. Oh my gosh, because she was running away, like I said. She runs down the hallway, and then Usman goes after her, and he's just like, yeah, talking to her, and make sure everything's all right, and they make up, okay? Like they always do. And they get back into the room, and Lisa's looking for her brush. And Usman's like, it might be out here. She comes out and he's down on one knee. And oh gosh, and he proposes, and then she's so happy. It just don't make no sense to me. You had to force this man into proposing to you. You already knew he was gonna get married to him tomorrow. But you had to force him to propose to you. You had told him, you had to run out of the room, and now he proposes, and now you have it. She's just like, oh my God, he proposed. And then she's in the hallway having her interview, and she's like, it was everything I could have asked for. Everything. Was it really? Like, that you had to force somebody to propose to you, and then he just, okay, he got them on there, yeah, he wants you to marry you. But, like, it was everything you asked for? Yeah, I mean, I guess, because you forced him into it. It had to be everything you asked for. And she's just, like, crying. When she started crying, I'm not even lying, I started cracking up. Because, what are you crying about? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. This relationship is a hot mess. He is running you for that money. He is running game. He is playing her, and she just over here crying and talking about, oh, it was the best thing ever. I'm gonna remember this until the day I die. Or whatever, Lisa, you was a freaking fool. Like, I don't understand how people are this foolish. I mean, do I care? No, because I hate Lisa. But like, how are people this stupid? How are they this foolish? I don't like to use real stupid. I feel like it sounds mean. So actually, I want to say, how are people this foolish? It just doesn't make any sense to me that you could be that foolish and really be like, I'm just gonna remember this till I die. It was perfect. Just like she said, she loved Usman more than she loved life. Like, she should be saying these grand, crazy statements, and I am so confused by it. I'm so confused by it. It's like, Somehow, she has actually convinced herself that this is a real love in her delusional mind. Like, what? I don't know. I really don't know. It's freaking confusing to me, though. It really is. So then, after the proposal, Usman's family is coming to, like, I think they call it a recital. They were calling it like a rehearsal, something that they do before they get married. And the family's coming, and Usman like, listen, Lisa better be on her best behavior because she embarrassing. I mean, and she is though. She a hot mess. She embarrassing. What he should be worried about is Lisa hair in that dress. She look crazy. Like, I never even talked about hair, but she got a perm. Is that what she put her hair? Like, it looks crazy. It looks terrible. She needs to brush it, do something with it. And that dress is atrocious. So she go to meet his family, and she put on that one little scarf she was throwing her hair. And, you know, his mother come and everything, and they praying. And then she goes to dinner with his two brothers. And we meet his brother Farak that we haven't seen. And she just brings up their relationship. Of course, she's like, hey, we have some issues, and I want y'all to weigh in. It was like, why we gotta do that? Like, this is not the time. And it's a little strange to, like, just be inputting his brothers into your relationship. I just think it's strange. And you shouldn't be asking for advice from people if you're gonna be upset by what they say. You know, don't invite people to give advice to you and get mad. But what happened? Lisa get mad. Of course you do. Oh, sorry, plant. But of course, Lisa gets mad. Farak says, you cannot be around your husband all the time. You need to, like, give him some space. And he's trying to say stuff to Lisa, and Lisa trying to talk. He's like, whoa. I'm not done talking. Let me land. Listen, I'm going to use that saying. Let me land. Somebody trying to cut me off? Oh, I'm coming. Let me land, though. You even let me land. Love it. I freaking love that. Stealing it. But Lisa's like stops and Farak out playing because he cutting them all off. Usman tried to talk. He like, whoa. Let me finish. Y'all gonna have to work on that. She can't be around you all the time. Get it together. And then the older brother is like, and here the men rule the house. Large eye roll. Like, bye. Y'all not ruling nobody. Like, calm down. The men rule the house though. But Lisa gets upset and she yells and storms off. And they were not yelling. They really were not. They was not trying to yell and be disrespectful to her at all. And she acts crazy. And I feel like you didn't even have to have this information be told to you if you didn't ask them to weigh in on your relationship. So you ask them to butt in, and then you get mad when they butt in and say something you don't like, and then you leave. That doesn't make any sense. You shouldn't have even asked for advice, you know, like, what? So Lisa foolish and runs off for the second time this episode. It's just like, that's her thing. Let's just run away. And it's so annoying. I guess she thinks that running away is going to get her way. I mean, Usman does typically chase her and they make up, but it doesn't always mean she gets her way exactly. They make up, but it don't always go her way. Like, it don't even make no sense. So I'm just confused. I still think these fools going to get married the next day because they just want to. And Usman also is just like, Lisa, you don't even say no to them. What if they want us to get married? And Usman is just seeing like, I'm going to be a star in America and I'm going to have a better life. Flash, and he can see his career and all these things he dreamed of flashing before his eyes. He's like, Lisa better keep her mouth shut because I'm trying to get married and get to America. Like, I already know that's what he thinking. So it's just a mess. The rest of these people is not that much, though. So, Ash and Avery's on her way back home. So, a lot of people on their way back home. So, Avery's on her way back home, and her and Ash are just speaking before that, and he's just like, yeah, I want to be together, and I know you're the person I want to marry, blah, blah, blah. Ash and his sweet talking. I don't believe him. Like, I mean, I think eventually he might marry Avery, but he still, to me, just gives us player vibes. I really do feel like when she leaves, he's still going to be getting with other women. That's not going to matter. He's still going to want to talk to Avery, and I think he'll even go visit her. But I don't believe all that he's saying. And Avery, being the fool that she is, just like, yeah, and I love him, and everything's great, and the type of soulmates that we are, the type of people we are, we can get through anything. What? Y'all didn't even have a great trip. To me, it seemed like they mostly argued over anything else, so it's just strange to me that she's even saying this. What actually happens and what she says doesn't line up. It's like, she's like, he's such a great guy, but you handle his arguments, and I'm just confused. I don't know, the girl all over the place to me, and it don't make no sense, but Ash just like, yeah, I gotta get my Australian visa and I'll be able to visit you. So he could not get his visa up into a year, so we don't even know what's gonna happen with that. And they go to the airport and they're both sad. And honestly, Ash, after he drops her off, is so much more sad than I thought. He was like crying. So he does clearly care about Avery, but listen, he is a fake therapist. He got these sexist views. And he gonna be cheating on her. Let's be honest, right? even if he's sad right now. So I just feel like this relationship is doomed. But I call this, like, since the first episode, I just felt like Avery was a type of person that didn't make good decisions when it came to men in her relationships. And I just feel like she's going to keep this going, even though it's not a good thing to be in. Like, you may think this your soulmate, but, like, why would you want to wait, like, 5 years to have to be able to be with somebody and start your life together? I don't know. Do people do that? Because to me, it just seems a little crazy and extreme. He would have to be the most perfect human being ever, and he's not. So why wait 5 years for him? You know, like, go find you somebody else. But she ain't gonna do it. She not. Then it's Ed and no Rose, because Rose broke up with Ed and he's on his way back home. It's the way back home, on their way back home trip. And his mother comes and picks him up and she's like, how's Rose? He's like, Rose is out. Who said somebody's out instead of we broke up? But his mother understood it. Also, side note, his mother's adorable. Cutie. But she's just like, oh no. And he's sitting there with that puffy red face crying again. Oh my God, every time Ed do that, I just be cracking up. It's terrible. I cannot deal. Him and Lisa crying, they just be having me laughing. I can't do it. I can't look at them. It's hilarious. And he's just like, yeah, I'm a failure and I messed up. And Rose she couldn't take it anymore and blah, blah, and whatever. You know, he's sad and he goes home and he's planning on, like, trying to rekindle. You say rekindle your relationship with your child? Did you say rekindle? I don't even know. He's trying to work on his relationship with his daughter that he effed up by dating someone young and just, like, ignoring her and going off to freaking Philippines. So he's gonna try to fix that, but we'll see how that goes. But that's really it. Like, there's nothing really happened with Ed besides him crying at the airport and crying in the car because he got broken up with. Oh, and he said he's really hoping that Rose is gonna take him back. I'm hoping she don't. And he needs to just let it go. Just let it go. And lastly, it is Darcy and no Tom. Darcy is just still talking about how she broke up with Tom and, you know, she's moved on and she don't got to deal with it. And she goes with her sister to visit her brother's grave who died when they were younger. And that's really it. And this is actually an episode where Darcy didn't annoy me because they're just visiting her brother's grave and they brought him those pretty sunflowers. So glad they didn't put Tom in there because, God, he annoys me too. But that was really it for this episode. So, y'all weigh in on this whole, why I can't figure it out again. Now I'm about to call it a three-way. That is not right. Love triangle. Now, y'all weigh on this love triangle with Jeffrey, Varia, and Mary. Because I feel like Jeffrey's being insensitive because he's trying to string these, kind of trying to string these two along. He's like, I don't know what to do. But you need to make a decision because you didn't really tell Mary you didn't want to be with her, but now you're kind of hanging out with Varia, and that's effed up to do to both of them, really. Especially Mary, who's, like, been waiting her whole life to be with you, which is just trash. That you would do that to her, and she needed to, like, get some self-esteem and not do stuff like this. But, yeah, no. Varia is out her mind, like, losing it. Don't be yelling at her. It is not her fault that your so-called man wanted to get with somebody else the second he broke up with you. He figured out his issues. And Mary, go see a therapist and leave Jeffrey alone. That man just like to use you. Like, oh my gosh, I don't understand, y'all. I do not understand. But that is it for my recap and review of 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, Season 4, Episode 14. I will see y'all in my next one. Bye.